The Lord is thy shepherd, I shall not want. Him maketh I lie down in a green pastures. Him leadeth I beside still water. Them him restored I soul. Him leadeth I in the path of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea, though I rasta go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil. For thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Uno prepare a table before I in the presence of our enemy. Them uno anointed I head with uno oil. Me cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy I go follow I all the days of I venny. Me I go dwell in the house of the Lord God. Jah, come my way. Where 2 centuries meet in the name of the Most High Jah. That's so Jaja there. If Jaja never build up your house, the builder I go build it in vain. Same way. If Jaja never watch upon your house, the watchman I go watch it in vain. The name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous run into it, and them is safe. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but Jah shall deliver him from all of them. And I give thanks and I say unto your name, King of Kings and Lord of Lords, the conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah. Amasa Yahuda, Amasa Augusto Daniel. Komaya Sataya. Haimana Pio Aya. Kramawe Grumabe Atilo E. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushodamo, where we speak truth to power. And my name, Black Rasta. In every traditional African home, there is a black pot. Now, if you are a traditional African home without a black pot, then you are incomplete. This black pot, every time when it sits on the fire, we know that there is something sumptuous, super energizing, super nutritious cooking. Ingredients of so many different shapes and sizes, aromas and even flavors, and even colors. Put aside all their differences and relocate into the black pot to be subjected to some amount of heating where they produce food. Now this food is not even, oh my God, something that is enjoyed by the black pot. Neither is it eaten by the ingredients, but by us, the eaters, the people. Yet every time this collaborative effort between the black pot and the ingredients would continue so selflessly. This is the kind of selflessness we must inherit and hold in high esteem. We must be that generation that plants trees. We know that we might not live long enough to benefit from the shades of the trees or even the fruits of the trees, yet we are super happy to plant the seedlings, water the seedlings and the plants to grow. Even if we do not live long enough to benefit these shades, we know our children, our children's children from the next 2 generations, 3 generations, 5 generations to come will benefit from the shades of these trees. And of course, the honor and glory would come to us. We have planted for too long pepper, onions, and even okra. For too long, one season crops. Because we are selfish and greedy. We want to plant them now, harvest now, eat now, sleep now, die now, and be buried now, and be forgotten. No, this must be that Joshua generation that plants trees. This is the black pot, aka Kukushono, and here we don't deal with personal issues, we just deal with issues. We don't deal with personalities. This is an issues-based conversation. We don't criticize, but if we must criticize, we would only just criticize to build and not to destroy. This is the black pot, aka Kukushono, where we speak truth to power. In my name, Black Rasta, we are in the service of God and country. We are, oh my God of mercy, supported by INCEST. And when we talk about INCEST, I-S-I-T, it simply means in spirit, in truth. Now, INCEST is that app that everybody's looking up to. Now, if you are tired and fed up with social media's negativity, we are talking about the nudity, the nakedness, the violence, and even the racism, then INCEST is your app. It is an app that fights against all these ills. It is an app that is super positive. Now, it is built by Ghanaians in America. Oh my God. And everybody is talking about this. They have a powerful algorithm that will sap out every negativity. And this space is 100% clean and clear. Connect with family and friends. Oh, make all the memories. Listen, whatever social media does that is positive, this app known as INCEST does it too. You can go live. You can make video and audio calls. You can upload your photographs. Oh, tell your story. Upload your videos and meet like-minded, positive people and promote your business all for free. All you need to do is to, yes, download this app from App Store and Google Play. And then that's it. You start to enjoy the fruits of this wonderful app. Support that app that is African. Yes, the more we support our own businesses, the more we grow together. Africa needs more support than any other group of people around the world. This is the app. We are the most downtrodden people in history, but we have survived. We can survive and make it better when we support each other's businesses. That is why INCEST must be supported. Yes, I am on INCEST. Join me there. Let us continue the conversation. We are also on YouTube, and our name is Blakk Empire Media. The Blakk is spelled B-L-A-K-K. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and then click on the notification button. And anytime we unleash any story, you will be the first to see it. This is the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Kukushunamo, where we speak truth to power. Today we have 5 powerful stories we need to look at. Some of them will break your heart, but we still need to look at them. Run it! Number 1, and what does it say? Akufo-Addo gives free license to destroy Ghana. Akufo-Addo gives free license to destroy Ghana. Who is saying this? What is it all about? What is this free license all about? I know this man. It looks like Professor Bobkin, right? Yes, University of Ghana. Yes, Political Science Department. This must be Professor Bobkin. Why is he saying what he's saying? Run the story. Let's see what he says. Galamsey report. The state has given its blessing for environmental destruction. Professor Bobkin. So we are right. Come here. Watch me. Economist and professor at the University of Ghana, Godfred Bokpin, has expressed concern over the devastating impact of illegal small-scale mining, popularly known as Galamsey, on Ghana's future. Speaking in an interview with NEET FM on April 28, 2023, he noted that the country's water bodies and forests are being destroyed, yet the government seems unconcerned. He expressed concern about the government's lack of action towards the Galamsey menace in Ghana. Have you seen what Galamsey is doing to Ghana's future? One day, will you blame external shocks? Underline that, external shocks. Sometime to come, when we get to a point where we have to import water, there will be someone ruling who will tell us that the reason why we are not experiencing rainfall is the various villages, in the various villages, is because of climate change, he said. According to Professor Bobkin, the government is by its actions and inactions effectively giving approval to the destruction of water bodies and forests. He added that Ghana's gold resources, which were given by God, are being stolen by a few individuals engaged in illegal mining. However, the said individuals are not paying taxes on the gold, depriving the country of the much-needed revenue. But we are here destroying our forest. In fact, the state has given its blessing to it. So we want to continue like this when one day we will hold a forum and blame some external forces. And this is Professor Bokpin saying. Through this illegal mining, the gold that was given to us by God, some few people are stealing it. They are not even paying the taxes on them so that we can even use it. We are all here and nobody is saying anything. The forest that we used to see, maybe some 10 to 15 years to come, Ghana's forest would exist in textbooks only. Then one day we will go and blame external forces. In which country will you see this level of destruction going on right now? And can we continue to overlook this? Dash it away. Now the good old professor has spoken, and I'm happy that he has spoken. Listen, I've never seen a very recalcitrant government like this. I have never seen a government so arrogant. This was the government that said it will be a listening government. But no. And I can give you instances. Emil Short's committee sat down and investigated thoroughly the by-election that had so many people masked even before COVID, firing guns at random and slapping MPs and other people. Yet when the report came out, this government said it will not heed that report. The report that we paid money from the taxpayers' coffers to investigate. We all remember that. Number two, we saw Professor Boateng's report on Galamsey that Bokpin is talking about. And this report came out in 2021. For 2 solid years, the president did nothing about it, despite the so damning allegations that came with this report. Mr. President said nothing until the professor went on TV to talk. And then the president wanted to look good. So he quickly asked the police to investigate it, as if to intimidate the good old professor. And he refused to be intimidated. And we are talking about Professor Kwabena Boateng. So what happened? At the end of the day, he released another report, duplicating the same thing and even adding more and giving back to the presidency. And in this report, we saw a very damning report. We saw how people in government are wantonly destroying the country. We saw how the good old professor described a ghost who is now resting in hell, Sir John, as the biggest threat to Ghana's forests, as he was giving concessions in conserved forests to family and friends to destroy. And he himself owned land in conserved forests. I'm talking about forest reserves and even Ramsar sites. Hear me now. What did the president say? From the presidency, we heard that the report was nothing but hearsay. Can you believe this? Can you believe this? This is what some of these people do. And they throw the country into chaos. And later they say they don't understand. How could we have a report that is so plain and full of truth? And all the president says is that it is hearsay. So no action will be taken. Come here. It is so sad that we live in a country where the president is giving a blank check to people to destroy the very foundations of this country. What is a country without its forests? What is a country without its natural resources, the flora and fauna? Now, when you go to China, they have destroyed their own country. Now, they don't even have place to accommodate their huge population. So they are all running to Africa. They are buying lands. A time will come, you and me cannot buy land. A time will come, you and I will be struggling to even find somewhere to put our heads. Our children would have to go and buy land from the Chinese. Our children who need land would have to go to the Chinese and buy land. Now we see it as business. Oh, Chinese people are here. Oh, Indian people are here. They are all buying land. Oh, yeah, they love the country. It's good business. Come and invest in the country. When every parcel of land is sold to the Chinese, when our children come, their children come, they would have to go to the Chinese landlords and ask to become tenants. What form of a slavery is going to be worse than this? What form of a colonialism is going to be worse than this? Think about it. Now you see it as business. Oh, Chinese people are coming in. They are buying so many parcels of land. And that's okay. Your children, my children, their children will now come and beg to be tenants of the Chinese landlord. Hear me now. I don't like it when I have to say Chinese. Chinese people are not the only people buying land here. Foreigners all over are buying lands. The chiefs are greedily selling the lands with no common sense. Right now, a lot of the chiefs in Ghana are paupers. They have no common sense. They are just selling lands. And they are going to funerals and marrying more women and producing children like rabbits. Soon they will die. They will not feel the pinch. But their children will go to the Chinese they have sold the land to, the foreigners they have sold the land to, and beg them to become tenants. And these are going to be the landlords. Where lies your independence then? When I travel out of the country, and I've said it time and again, I'm not traveling because of skyscrapers. I do not travel because I want to see skyscrapers. I travel because I want to see mountains. I want to see flora and fauna. I want to see beautiful animals running around. America is one of the countries that I like, aside my beautiful Africa. And when I go to America, and I go to certain houses, I see antelopes coming from the forest, coming into the house and going back, rabbits running around. If this was Africa, we'll catch them all and use them for nkatenkwan. If this was Africa, we will catch all of them. In Africa, we eat almost everything. We eat cockroaches, we eat snakes, we eat lizards, we eat termites, everything we are eating. What kind of a greedy people are we? You have eaten the whole beef. A fat cow like this, you are not satisfied. Is it a termite that is going to satisfy you? In some parts of Ghana, they even eat the excreta of the human being. I can't hear. They take out the feces and they use that to make obonobunun kwai, and they say it's tradition. What kind of nasty tradition is that? How can you eat feces? What's wrong with you? They'll tell you, oh, it's not the feces that has come out. What we have removed from, oh, Jesus, common sense and science. It's feces. It doesn't have to come out before you call it feces. Whilst it's inside, it's feces, and people call it tradition. We live in a country that has more mosquitoes than food. In fact, if you weigh all the mosquitoes in Ghana against food on a beam balance, you'll be shocked that the mosquitoes will go like this and the food will go higher. That means the food is lighter than the mosquitoes. Yet, every Friday, Saturday, we are out there doing a year, wearing ntoma, exposing our arms and legs for mosquitoes to bite us, and we get sick. That is why after every funeral, you see more people falling sick. We live in a country where we respect dead bodies than human beings. We will not pay for the doctors to help heal the sick. We rather hoard the money and keep it for the funeral of the sick. And yet people like Ochinhene, even after you are dead, they will not let you rest in peace. They will sell the cemetery that would contain your bones to investors and ask the EPA to come and pour acid on the bones of royals so they could be disposed of. What wickedness. We have to speak truth to power, brethren. Nobody is bigger than the truth. Or else we are going to be in this cyclical routine foolishness and mismanagement and uncompromising, unbridled foolishness. We have to check it out. Nana Addo has destroyed our country with galamsey. The other day I heard somebody say, Alote Jacob say, oh, if I were him, I would just give up. After all, in this country, you cannot fight galamsey and win. Are we animals? Why can't we control corruption? Why are we not able to control lawlessness? Then we are junglists. We are animals. It's only in the jungle that things cannot be controlled. There's no law. There's no order in the jungle. So if Alote Jacobs comes out to say that, oh, find me the photo of Alote Jacobs. Find me that. If Alote Jacobs can come and tell the president, and he's a big supporter of this president, that, Mr. President, give up. In this country, you can never fight galamsey and win. Some other person said galamsey in Ghana, that's illegal mining. It's like cocaine in Colombia. They like it so much so that nobody can ever eradicate cocaine from that country. And nobody can ever eradicate or take out galamsey from this nation. It's sad. This is Alote Jacobs. I am extremely sad that we have come to a point where the man who said he would put his presidency on the line to fight illegal mining is being asked to give up. After all, nobody sees anything positive happening. Dash him away. Nobody sees anything positive happening. What happened to us? Are we animals in the jungle? No law, no order. Common galamsey, you can't fight it. If I was given the opportunity, I could fight galamsey. Now the people who are trying to fight galamsey, galamsey is fighting them back. Police are going in there to bribe little boys to come together so that they can steal from the nation. Police people are sent to fight galamsey. No, they team up with galamseyers to make mockery of the whole thing. Political parties are using it as, the hope of making money. And we see all these things and we sit back. What is happening? The problem of the country is patriotism. Force cannot fight galamsey totally. Patriotism. When was the last time you heard a patriotic song on radio? When was the last time you heard the national anthem on radio? When was the last time you heard the national pledge on radio or TV? No, the TV stations say it doesn't sell. They are showing Mexican opera. They are showing Colombian and Venezuelan soaps. And you want them to play the national anthem. No, they are showing you how foreigners live their lives. The culture of foreigners. Which program on radio talks about Pan-Africanism? In Ghana today. In my days, no radio station would start without the national anthem and the pledge. And will never close without the national anthem and the pledge. At least you will listen to it in your own dialect. Your soul would sing it. You might abide by one or two. Now we don't hear it at all. That's what we're talking about. So what Bob Kane has said is nothing but the truth. We have a pretentious president, too weak to deal with law and order. This man is too old. He should have never been president. This man has no energy to be president. He is just a cocoon who is so arrogant and left to me alone. This is the worst time we are seeing anything like this happening in our country. Dash it away and bring me the next thing. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. Remember I told you a few seconds ago that the biggest problem of Ghana is the problem of patriotism. We don't have that. No patriotism. Ghana's biggest disease. Come here. Hear me now. Some people say our problem is poverty. Some others say our problem is lack of good leadership. The biggest problem of Ghana is neither religion, nor bad leaders, nor any of those things that you mentioned. It's the fact that we lack patriotism. Why do you wait for a leader to come and instill patriotism in you? That's what the account people say. Nobody teaches the little child who God is. As they are growing innately with the knowledge of God. It's a proverb. Same way if you live in a country, you have to innately grow with patriotism. But no, we are watching too many soap operas from Mexico, Venezuela, China, and so on and so forth. So we have lost track with our tradition. We owe allegiance, yes, we owe allegiance to all these countries whose operas, soap operas we are watching. So you see right now in our universities, they are teaching them Chinese. You see that in the Zongos, they are trying to dress like Indians and Arabians, all in the name of religion. My brother, much as we are supposed to innately grow with patriotism, because it's just normal that the animal will try to protect its territory in the jungle no matter what. But when we grow up, we are not protecting our territories. Even animals, they protect their territories naturally. No matter how weak an animal is, it will stand and try to fight to protect its territory. It is when the fight is too hot and too terrible that it might take to its heels and try to find another territory. That is how human beings should be behaving. We have to protect our land, our territory by all means. It doesn't matter what. But no, we don't do that. The least opportunity we want to go to America. The least opportunity we want to be in China. The least bullet that we hear, gun sound that we hear. When the gun is shot and we hear the sound, hey, boom, everybody wants to leave. We don't want to investigate it and find out where it is coming from. Fight it and stop it. No. We are ready to run. We are not ready to stand and fight. How can the country grow? No patriotism, Ghana's biggest disease. Now, I've said this time and again, the point where we have reached, we need great leaders. Yes. We need great leaders who will remind us that we have to be patriotic. Because we have failed to innately grow with that patriotism. So we need leaders who would have to instill in us the discipline of patriotism. We need leaders who will remind us that our ancestors did this, that, all for us. So we cannot let our ancestors down. We make all the wonderful speeches. We preach virtues and practice vices. We need a very spirited leader who will talk Pan-Africanism, who will talk patriotism. Look, the way forward for Africans is Pan-Africanism. All other things are useless. If you have a leader who is not Pan-Africanist minded, he's a junk leader, he's a junkie. If you have a Pan-Africanist as a leader, then Africa can move forward. Pan-Africanists like Kwame Nkrumah, you saw the difference they made. Look at Robert Mugabe. Look at what Sankara did. And I can continue to mention names. But look at those who are not Pan-Africanists. Look at what they did. They hurt our land. Look at Hufo-Boigny. Look at what he did to the Ivory Coast. Now the Ivory Coast is a figment of the imagination of the whole world. Especially the French. My brother, today I came across a video and it broke my heart. And I thought that I should share that video with you. Now this person is speaking in Twi. He's showing you train lines. Train lines. Now we are talking about bringing bullet trains to Ghana. We are even thinking about bringing sky planes. Sky trains. In fact, they are like aeroplanes that fly in the sky, but this time around they are on rails. So we call them sky trains. Nana Akufo-Addo promised us that. His government promised that we were going to have sky trains. And that the train network is going to be super. There is no developed country in the world that can call itself developed without trains. Transportation has to be serious. I was in France recently. It's all about the trains. In England, trains. In America, trains. But in Ghana, no. The trains in Ghana, are they working at all? The trains in Ghana are not working. They are even dangerous. So look at what the citizens are doing to the train lines. Watch this youth trace a train line that they have cut off to go and sell to the Chinese. Watch the video.
Yeah, kwalabu babia muchada de ni dru ya no. I want me to send you no. I me call me dru babia muchada dru ya na. Mefrel. Me kwani na amacha. Babia ini na mni na amacha da de ni na. Kalabo macha da de ni na ha babia. Uhu camera na ni me kwani da ni na amacha da de no. Ah me de kwa kusi babia mu twasi e na no. Achiro. Ai da de no ma yini sa no. Ah kalabo da de no. Yeah. And Friday in the baby, I mean, me catcher we are cusino. I'm the Baba Twasso on a chat Twaswako. Ah, then I'm on your Baba, you appreciate. Ah, Calabu. Monya, baby, much free a cusino. A honor me catcher. Ah, Calabu, a one me catcher. Mean you lose. Yeah, Hanum Chadru, Abium Chadru and Anuni. Abium Chadru and Anuni, bridge in Sunye. Babium Chad at any do and Anu. Hanum Chadru, Calabu. Then I'm about to chat to us. To Munya, the most estimate team. Most estimate team, Calabu. I am Chad at any do you. Then I'm about to chat to us. And I'm about to chat at the end to us. The Calaboom set him team. And I'm about operation. In the agro, the meter in our chat. And the meter in our channel. To Calabomunya. And I'm
dash it away. You see, so this guy there talking in the video, to those of us who do not understand the Akan language, he was talking about how the rail lines had been harvested and all the long walk. He was just saying that all this part had the rail line, but we've cut every little thing. It's been harvested up till the point that he showed you, and he said they would come and continue. They would cut more. That's what he said. All these lines that you see, we've cut everything. Now that the place is empty, you can still see the marks of the rails. We've cut everything. Now we are going to the next point. We shall continue tonight. And that's the point he showed us. Now, after cutting the rail lines, what do? See how they pack them in this.
Train at Diana, a final. Abohoka say, why yes, a train in Bebasono, eh? And on course, what you train at the other side, at the Amakago, Amode Kotama. Anyway,
so you see, in that video, the voice that we heard, simple. Oh, we are carrying this to Tema. They are carrying it to Tema. And when it gets to Tema, they are selling this to the Chinese. Rail lines that were built using millions of dollars. Rail lines that were built using loans from the people's sweat. Only a few people now are cutting those rail lines and taking them out to be sold to the Chinese. You'll be shocked that police will see this one pass 500 borders all the way to Tema. They would all take bribes and let this pass. Where's the patriotism? Where is the patriotism? We're all here when Helena Huang, a cousin of Asha Huang, came into this country, went all the way to the north. How did she see the north from China? It's the same Ghanaians who direct them to the hinterlands where they can find what they want. Like in the days of slavery. Why are we so cursed? Helena Huang went all the way to the northern region, went past Tamale and went to Sandema and harvested rosewood, packed that up in an articulated truck and ferried all that back to Tamale for onward transport to China and beyond. It was internally that the police stopped them. A good policeman decided that no, a good name is better than riches. I swore an oath to serve Ghana, not to loot Ghana. Why is this thing happening to us? Can you do this in China? Can you go to China and ask Chinese to show you where their rail lines are so you can cut? Can you go to China or England and talk to the British or the Chinese or the Japanese to show you where they have their rosewood so you can go and harvest and sell? Why are we so cheap and so useless and so stupid? These are the same people who are ready to dampen their country, insult their country, throw it away, and go and live in such places as China. It is so sad. When I saw this video, I wept. We are hoping to bring back the train system. Now, by the time that we are ready to bring back the trains, it means that we have to rewire the whole country again with another network of train lines. Do you know how much that is going to cost? It might take another 20 years to be able to do that. Are we going forward? Or we are moving back? Yekoya anasa yebai. Why? All the train lines are being harvested and sold back to the Chinese. The Chinese will take this back through our very harbor, through our very roads. Nobody stops them. They take everything up, sell to the Chinese, and that's what happens. They fabricate new things and bring back to us and colonize us even the more, buying and destroying our land. Long after they banned rosewood harvesting in this country, politicians in this country, as said by BBC and Al Jazeera, were still harvesting rosewood and shipping out of this country, Ghana. So we live in a country where the politicians are not patriotic. They are only paying lip service to the Ghanaian. And when you are fighting this foolishness, you have a few fools around who also fight you. Yet when this whole country decides to break down and fall down on us, it won't fall down on the stupid ones only. It will fall down on the wise ones as well. Sometimes I wonder why I am even in this country. Other times I console myself with the fact that, oh, it's to fight some of these things and make it a better place. That's why I'm here. Because some of us, we have the opportunity to live anywhere in the world. There's no country in the world Blakk Rasta would like to go to that I won't have access to. Yet, we have decided that we will still stay. Not because of politics, because I'm not a politician. I don't talk politics. So I'm not here to benefit from politics or from politicians. I am here to contribute my quota as a nationalist. Can't you see? After several years of speaking like this, if we were going to change, we would have changed a long time ago. Our colleagues, like Opon Kruma and the rest, have all sold out to politicians. Our colleagues have all sold out to politicians. Yet we have stood firm. They have approached us time and again. And we have spoken only one language to them. If it's about Ghana, about Africa, yes, about politics, forget it. There's no day you will hear that Blakk Rasta has become a minister of state under some party. No, sir. I can still work without being a minister. There's no day you hear that Blakk Rasta is running for president. There's no day you hear that Blakk Rasta is running for an MP. There's no day you hear Blakk Rasta is running for an assemblyman. No. It's not possible. Be rich. That's what makes you happy. We will stay with the poor and enrich them upstairs, not in their pockets, for better things to happen. Please, our nation needs patriotism. Can we start teaching civics in the schools like in my days? Can we start teaching courtesy for boys and girls? Because the men are now boys. The women are now little girls. No common sense in politics. Everybody must be reorientated, re-socialized. We need it. Or else, cutting rail lines is just a tip of the iceberg. We will go and uproot plain ties to go and sell. Now we are destroying our land. I'm heartbroken. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonim, where we speak truth to power. And we'll return, we talk more. Hey! Woyo!
Blakk, Kukushonim.
This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonim, and here we speak truth to power. Remember, we are supported by INCEST, and INCEST simply means is in spirit, in truth. Yes, in spirit, in truth. INCEST. Connect with family and friends. Now, if you're tired of social media's negativity, all the violence, all the nudity, all the racism, now this is the opportunity for you to belong to a social media platform that makes sense positively. And this is INCEST, in spirit, in truth. Yes, now INCEST is available on App Store and Google Play for free. Just download that and you can do everything positive that you can do with social media. You can upload your photos, upload your videos, connect with more serious people, people with positive minds, people who are running away from all the negativity and are on INCEST. And at the same time, you can make video calls, you can make audio calls, and you can go live, and it's crystal clear. Oh my God. Now, this is the app that has the powerful algorithm that saps out all the negativity on social media. So when you are here, you know that you are clean. Before anything negative comes out, oh, it is sapped out already. How it is done, this is technology. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonim. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's called Black Empire Media, BLAKK. That's Black Empire Media. And then you click on the notification button. So when we release our stories, you get to see everything. Next story. And this one says what? BRICS set to dethrone the US. Now, BRICS simply means, in fact, B there stands for which country? R stands for which country? I stands for which country? C stands for which country? And S stands for which country? Look at them. Brazil, Russia, then you can also see India, you see China, and you see South Africa. Now more African countries have decided to come and join BRICS. We have been following this BRICS thing. Why is it necessary? They believe that the dollar has been weaponized. It's a political weapon. There's nothing you can import into your country without using the American dollar. They say they are fed up. The monopoly is over. And BRICS, they have all come together. These are leaders of those countries mentioned. BRICS countries, South African president at the other side. Of course, this is Jacob Zuma. He's no more the president. But he symbolizes South Africa. And that's what it is. Now, there is more to this. Watch the headline. What does it say? It says BRICS issued new currency may pave way for de-dollarization. BRICS issued new currency may pave way for de-dollarization. That's what I was thinking about. Hold it there. Watch me. I was thinking about BRICS. Which currency are they going to use? You need one single currency to be able to de-dollarize America's dollar. Are the Russians going to sit back and say, okay, let us use the Indian one, or let us use the South African one, or let's use the Brazilian one? Now it looks like they are all agreeing that they need a common currency, devoid of their own currency's impacts. One currency that they can all respect. And if it does happen, America will be in for a good run. As the 15th edition of the BRICS Summit approaches, two topics are high on the group's agenda. Come here, let's look at those topics. Its expansion with the arrival of several African countries in particular, and the development of a new currency to be used to cross-border trade by the BRICS nations, which may be seen as a push for de-dollarization. The article entitled "A BRICS Currency Could Shake the Dollar's Dominance" agrees with one economist's assessment that Europe is a museum, Japan is a nursing home, and China is a jail. But according to Sullivan, a BRICS-issued currency could be different. It will be like a new union of up-and-coming discontents who, on the scale of the GDP, now collectively outweigh not only the reigning hegemon, the United States, but the entire G7 weight class put together. Dash it away. So this is clear. The de-dollarization agenda is on. They want to remove the American dollar because America has become so powerful and so boisterous that anytime America wants the world to catch cold, it sneezes. Anytime America wants to make a move and any country refuses, America will use the dollar as the weapon. So the world is tired. Now the last straw that brought about the BRICS was the Russia-Ukraine war. And we all saw how the world came down, all because of this war. The dollar became the almighty as usual. And America stopped so many different things from happening around the world. Of course, we don't like war. We don't like one country because of its weaponry and might can just go into another country and then start invading it. No, we don't want that. We condemn what Russia did. But again, if Russia is pulling out, which Russia must do now and allow Ukraine to breathe properly, then it means that this de-dollarization process will be welcomed by so many countries around the world. So many countries are fed up with the dollar. They want to be able to be powerful too. Now, if one nation with its dollar controls the whole world's imports and exports, it means that we are in for a big trouble. And this is what economics are saying. Yes, economists are saying this would make a lot of meaning if the BRICS people come together and issue one common currency. Come here. Now, this will not be the first time we are talking about one currency. Muammar al-Gaddafi, find me the photo of Gaddafi. Gaddafi made it clear from a long time, and it was one of the reasons he was killed, that Africa needed a common currency. And if Africa succeeded in getting that common currency, in fact, Africa will control all the trade in the world, the imports and the exports. The Libyan premier made it clear that the new African currency will be called the gold dinar. He had the oil. Africa has the gold. Africa has the manganese. Africa has the lithium. Africa has the cocoa. Africa has the diamond. This is Muammar Gaddafi. When he mentioned this, the world leaders said no. Yes, The world leaders said no. And they had to find a way of finishing him. They said he was using his own weapons against his own people. They armed the people to fight him. They ended up killing him. And Obama, President of America at that time when he was leaving office, what did he say? He said his biggest regret was the overthrow of Muammar Gaddafi without a proper plan to take over the Libyan space. They killed him, all because he tried to unite Africa and economically uplift Africa. Today he couldn't succeed. Kwame Nkrumah and the rest all talked about one currency. The United States of Africa. Kwame Nkrumah said it. But they said he had an ambition, an inordinate ambition to become president of the whole of Africa. Naturally he was. He was far ahead of his time. But ego came in and it got disbanded. And at the end of the day, oh God, in 1965, when everything fell apart, Nkrumah cried. The following year, he was overthrown. From that time, remember that overthrowing Kwame Nkrumah was also part of the American propaganda and plan. The CIA, the FBI. Anytime anybody talks about Africa uniting to economically stand firm, no, you have to be removed. Look at what happened to Sankara. This is Gaddafi. What did Gaddafi do? His biggest crime was that he was trying to unite Africa to stand strong against the dollarization process. They removed him. Now, Russia is copying from Kwame Nkrumah, copying from Gaddafi. They are coming together with one currency. America doesn't like it. How is America going to fight back? Your guess is as good as mine. When we return, we got more. Hey! Wayo!
Blackpot, Coco Show.
This is the Blackpot, aka Kukushunum, where we speak truth to power. Next story. Now the next story we are looking at is rolling, and it says what? Incest. KWESI DAWOOD case returns to court May 9. Do we all remember KWESI DAWOOD? That's him. He's an NDC communications officer in the central region. This was the man who allegedly slept with his own daughter. He's a man, I am told, has about 20 children. He's a man, I am told, that he has very, very serious problems with his baby mothers. This is a man who is a political activist. And in the words of his own daughter, he raped her, got her pregnant, and caused her to abort. Now, Ghana heard this case and Ghana was shocked. In fact, his own baby mother, the mother of this child in question, said that he has over 20 children with different women all over, and he doesn't take care of them. Again, this is a man, my brother, my sister, who has denied all this and is going back to the court on May 9. I am following this keenly. Anything that has to do with a man sleeping with his own daughter or defiling a little girl, or a mother doing something to the child that is untoward. We follow this very carefully. We are going to keep our eyes on this. It's happening on May 9. But I just wanted to recall the story. We're going to play back the accusations as presented to the court. And we are waiting for the verdict as this goes to court again on May 9. Listen to the baby mother of this man. And listen to the daughter who claimed that this man raped her and even impregnated her.
It's a boy where they baby Oshabia Ghana my baby Oshabia when you pay. Baby Oshabia when you pay. Because when you nipa were entertaining no. Ewo memu. DAWOOD. Or NDC propaganda central regional a propaganda secretary. Nanko ye adwuma won nadmu. But me nim sisi aso da so wo de. Na asam na buy no. Boy way can you fa so de ye me ebra me go secondary school first year. Sa kwan na no pese ode abofa no de nfa so. Na me nim se wo sha da bo na bato ma brabo ma. Me ntu me hu. Eba na sa na me menyo bia ma wanye meyi. Nti ofa no ho di. Na me wo abofra na tete no ho a mo be ye nipa no be ye nipa sha wa ba fa na wo be fa no hwehwe anya hwe fa no kwe because kese e wa kan na wa wie hwehwe na cha da wo fa ni na wa tena ase a hwe se abofra no we di mo wo fa na e ye yie nti wa ba fa na wo be say hono so life na we dey nipa nti me try GP Shedro wa friend say police fo. In fact, why me trust the police in Pobio. Na mom Regional Commander de. De bia Mr. Papa way. Me na baby me boni din because why ya de. Obi ambo am ne yenhira papa way na Nyankopon ma na nkwatenten. Nti IGP mesra wo pa, mesra IGP say omo den ala. KWESI DAWOOD baby o hye biala. Wo ma tenten ne. Enya adwuma because enya me nko na ode aye me. Why jamanfo ade yawo. Wade yawo egu amanfo abrabom papa wo bu etu kokora mpa obi a meka boy na ho asema obi a wonea obeka e na ade wo ho nti mesre pa mesre KWESI DAWOOD Emmanuel KWESI DAWOOD bebi bia lo hye biala Shedro division commander na ne nkamfo woni bebi o hye nti wonhwe ne mpie
ina meko mo no aya obafia oye ma menuanu menia pie na na makasa nti da ko na manko school na menuanu ni free school by na ka cha won se won ko tedian na won ba na me won komo na okoda bed no ye ma metena na nchen na o se de na me won komo na me si on kasa na o se time na me ma wo ho no open panty so me ma me no ho bi na person family replacing na mbisan say kwan ben so na ka cha me say opese ye nchempna ti o kan na me se no di mentum na ofo say me sada na no na me dai so na me dai we no ka cha me say ma me kan chobi na say me ka chobi a obese me life on hwe me biem obe mama abrabo aye basa ti ma me sule na me nto me kan chobi a ti o na wasen abefa me na yeko cape no na ma akoye ye wo fia na wa aba no apa me nuanu me nia no na ma abeda oye sa atu aso.
Thanks to Kasapa, we were able to pick up these things, and it's a sad story. Well, the courts are listening to this, and we believe that the courts will be able to come out with something that will be in the course of justice. Now, the woman at the beginning was only saying that this is what this man has done to so many other women. In fact, she told me personally that this man has over 20 children. That's not a problem, but the problem is, according to this woman, he doesn't take care of any one of them. He's an irresponsible father. And she was in Form 1 at the secondary school when she was impregnated by this man. And her life was destroyed. Now she has a daughter. And he's coming back to do the same thing to the daughter. And the little daughter said, he came to me and told me that, oh, he loved my mother so much when they were together. And that he would like me to replace the mother. The little unsuspecting girl, according to her, said, how am I going to do that? And, well, he started sleeping with her, raped her, got her pregnant, aborted the pregnancy. The courts are listening to this. But the woman in this video says, we must look for this man wherever he is and deal with him. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo. I'm very emotional right now. The courts will do the work. May justice be done. Next story, and we are finishing with that. This will take only 2 minutes. Never taking bribes. How many Ghanaians can say this? Who has never taken bribe? Oh, okay. Professor Frimpong Boateng, he says he's never taken any bribe all his life. And he can boldly say, then I trust him. Run the story. I have not taken bribe before. All I have done is for Ghanaians. Professor Frimpong Boateng. I trust this man. Run the story. He says, Minister of Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation, Professor Frimpong Boateng has denied allegations that he is involved in corrupt deals in the country's fight against illegal mining, popularly known as Galamsey, according to the cardiothoracic surgeon. Since returning to Ghana at the age of 39 years, he has sacrificed his entire life to working in the interest of the nation, to the extent that he has done nothing for himself. Oh my God. Dash it down. Yes, I was saying this on radio today, that in this country, we crown. In fact, we give golden crowns to corrupt and disloyal people. And then the loyalists, the patriots, we put them in jail and disrespect them. He said he's only working in the interest of Ghanaians. He's probably going to retire poor, nothing. How has he been rewarded for being patriotic? No, they are rather fighting him. They are taking him to court. They are saying a lot of things to vilify him. I trust this man, and I believe that he will be able to rise above all this wickedness. Professor, I am with you. I'll be with you. Me too, I've never taken bribes. But I am not your age. I pray that I never take bribes. I pray that I'll continue to stand strong like you and even better. I pray that I'll be able to serve my nation till the end of time. That I'll be able to contribute to the development of Africa so that at the end of the day, we have a better Africa. I want to say thank you so much. I appreciate you, Prof. Dash it away. Thank you so much. I appreciate you and I love you. It's been the Black Pot, aka Kukushunumo, and we are supported by INCEST, in spirit, in truth. Download this from the App Store and Google Play. It's the most positive social media platform. You can go live, you can make audio and video calls, upload your videos, upload your photos, and hear no negativity. They are powerful algorithms that will pick up all the negative things without even making them come up. And it's produced by Ghanaians. That's why you must support this app. African business. Download this from the App Store and Google Play. Yes, is it? Thank you so much. We love you in spirit, in truth. Connect with family and friends. We are also on YouTube. We are called Black Empire Media, BLAKK Empire Media. Please subscribe to our channel and then click on the notification button. So that you'll be the first to see our stories when we unleash them. Support this channel. We love you. We appreciate you. It's been the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. Hey! Wayo!
Power